Yes, but it is 1998. It is the existing one, 98, Your Lordship. So now, Your Lordship, I'll take Your Lordships to the record, which I have stated in my submissions.
Read para 14 also, let us.
Para 14, yes, Your Lordship. That the petitioner respectfully states and submits that it is apparent that the PNAR examination is a consequence of the memo dated 6/8/2021 issued by the Honorable Chief Minister Nagaland, and a blind compliance of the same. As a responsible nodal department, it was incumbent upon the PNAR department to examine the proposal in its entirety and to render reasoned decision independent of any influence from any quarter. No cogent reason whatsoever as to why the proposed amendment is denied has been rendered by the PNAR department, apart from the third sentence that the proposed amendment could not be considered. The decision is therefore not sustainable, being devoid of application of mind. Further, the second part of the examination advising the Employment, Skill Development and Entrepreneurship Department to examine the feasibility of bifurcating the training wing from the employment wing, given the fact that the two wings are distinct from each other, is a non sequitur and merely an excuse to avoid the responsibility entrusted upon the department. Obviously, the examination of the PNAR department is designed to perpetrate injustice.
Okay.
So, and the other submissions from 15 onwards, Your Lordship will see are the submissions which I made earlier about the discrepancies in the service rules, Your Lordship. Now, Your Lordship, I'll take Your Lordship through the annexures. Page 33 onwards, Your Lordship. Annexure A1 starts from its, the typed copy is at page 34. This is
Annexures, this is page.
page 33,
Okay.
A1, but the typed copy is at page 34. This is the letter written by the Director of School Education Nagaland, dated 28th of August 1971, to the Joint Secretary to the Government of Nagaland, Education Department, Kohima. Conversion of present Polytechnic School to Industrial Training Institute. Subject. On the subject cited above, in order to convert the present Polytechnic School to Industrial Training Institute, I request you to issue orders on receipt of the following points. 1. Conversion of the Polytechnic School to Industrial Training Institute. 2. Commencement of the training during the season 1972 to be on so-and-so, but not in the month of February as it is now done. From 1973, All India Industrial Training Institute examination is to be taken by Nagaland trainees. The present post of the Superintendent Polytechnic School is to be upgraded up to the scale of pay of so-and-so. I therefore request you to issue orders as early as possible. Now the next page, Your Lordship, page 35. This is a letter from the Director General, New Delhi. Copy of letter number 1, TC, dated 26 September 1972, from his Director General, New Delhi, addressed to the Secretary to the Government of Nagaland, Education Department, Kohima, etc. Subject: Conversion of Kohima Polytechnic School into an Industrial Training Institute. I am directed to refer to your letter number EDS so-and-so, dated 22nd June 1973, on the above subject, and to say that the Government of India agreed to your proposal for the conversion of Kohima Polytechnic into a full-fledged IDI under the Craftsman Training Scheme, subject to the observations made in the para 2 of this department's letter number so-and-so, dated 21st July 1972. Copy enclosed. Provided the requirement of funds in the current financial year is met by the state government out of the possible savings under the head education or by locating saving in other schemes as proposed by Nagaland government. These issues were the concurrence of the Finance and Commission.
Planning Commission.
So, Your Lordship, up to this time, it was under the Education Department. Subsequently, we do not have the record of the transfer from the Education Department to the Labor and Employment Department. But this order, which is at page 36, Annexure A3, that copy is at page 37. This is Government of Nagaland Labor and Employment Department, Kohima, order dated 20th of May 86. By this order, the training wing was transferred to the present Employment Directorate, Your Lordship. The Governor of Nagaland is pleased to transfer the establishment of the Industrial Training Institute Kohima and Dimapur from the Labor and Employment Department and place it under the administrative control of the Directorate of Employment Exchange Nagaland Kohima with immediate effect. The Directorate of Employment Exchange is herewith redesignated as the Directorate of Employment and Craftsman Training. These issues with the clearance of BNAR Department with their UO number 541 dated 16/5/86. So, transfer, Your Lordship. Your Lordship, annexure.
Just with Directorate of Employment. The Directorate of Employment Exchange is herewith redesignated as Directorate of Employment and Craftsman Training. Okay. So this labor and employment, it is still a different department.
It was the government level.
No.
Yes,
What
yes,
I
yes,
just
yes,
want to
yes,
clarify
yes.
is labor and employment is still a different department.
Yes.
Even as update.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Okay.
Page 38, Your Lordship, annexure P. This is the Nagaland Employment Service Rules of 1984. I have annexed only the relevant page, which is a schedule.
This is page 838.
38, Nagaland Employment Service Rules of 1984. This was the extant rule at the time of the merger of the two wings, Your Lordship.
Schedule 1.
Yes, Schedule 1, Your Lordship. Here, as I have made some earlier
Nagaland
statements.
Nagaland Employment. This was Nagaland Employment. This was before the amalgamation?
Yes, at the time, before the amalgamation. Amalgamation was in 86. This is 84, Your Lordship. This rule is 84 rule. So, at that point of time when the amalgamation was done, this rule was in existence. And it is very clear from the schedule that there are no posts of joint director and director sanctioned for the department, Your Lordship.
The director is there.
Director is there and joint director nomenclature is there, Your Lordship. Post is there, but permanent number of posts, sanctioned posts were not available in both the categories. Your Lordship will see it. So, as I have stated.
Director not available, joint director not available, deputy director available.
Yes, one post. One post. That was a position. And the higher posts were being held by the NCS officers, Your Lordship, at that point in time.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, Your Lordship. Next, Annexure C, page 41, Your Lordship. The type copy is at page 42, the clear copy, Your Lordship. This is creation of one post of deputy director for the craftsman wing upon amalgamation with the labor department.
Which page? Which page?
Page 41, Annexure C. So, type copy is at 42, Your Lordship. This is dated 24 October 1986. Creation of post of subject is creation of post of deputy director class 1 for craftsman training wing under the Directorate of Employment and Craftsman Training Wing. Sir, I am directed to refer on the above cited subject and to convey the approval of the Governor of Nagaland to the creation of one post of deputy director class 1 candidate for craftsman training wing, training Nagaland in the scale of pay of rupees so and so plus inner line compensatory allowance 25% of basic pay subject to a maximum of 400 and all other allowances are admissible from time to time in Nagaland with immediate effect. So, by creation of one post of deputy director for the employment wing, the two wings were brought at parity. Lordship. As the record will clearly speak. One post of deputy director was in existence in the employment wing, so also another was created for the
Yes, please.
Now,
Please read once again.
yes.
This 42, please read once again, page 42.
Page 42, yes.
Yes, please.
Creation of post of deputy director, class 1 for craftsman training wing under the Directorate of Employment and Craftsman Training.
Read, please.
Yes, I am directed to refer on the above cited subject and to convey the approval of the Governor of Nagaland to the creation of one post of deputy director class 1 candidate for craftsman training wing Nagaland in the scale of pay of rupees 1410 so and so plus inner line compensatory allowances so and so of basic pay subject to a maximum of rupees 400 per month and all other allowances as are admissible from time to time in Nagaland with immediate effect. The expenditure is debitable to the head of account.
Okay.
So, one post was created by way of this order. Later, Your Lordship. Now, Your Lordship, from page 43 onwards, my statement in paragraph 6, Your Lordship, all the details I have laid down in paragraph 6, the notifications which are clearly stated in the paragraph 6 are to be found starting from annexure T1 onwards, page 43.
Yes, please. From 43 to?
From T1 to T14, Your Lordship. T14, page 61. Page 61.
This is in support of your amendments made in paragraph 6.
Paragraph 6, yes.
Okay.
All the details are also laid.
Please read the annexures.
Yes, Your
Yes.
Lordship. Annexure T1, well, this is page 44.
Yes.
Type copy is page 44. Right?
Yes.
The Governor of Nagaland is pleased to allow officiating promotion to Sri S. Kipin, Deputy Director, to the post of Joint Director Class 1 candidate against a vacancy caused by Sri N. Monsao Muli, Joint Director, retired in the Directorate of Employment and Craftsman Training in the scale of pay of rupees 3,500, so and so, and all other allowances as are admissible under rules in force in the state from time to time. Your Lordship, next page is the annexure T2, type copy at page 46, Your Lordship.
Yes.
This is November 2003. Consequent upon the recommendation of the Departmental Promotion Committee, the Governor of Nagaland is pleased to regularize the officiating promotion of the following members of the Nagaland Employment and Craftsman Training Service in the post of Joint Director with effect from the date shown against each name. Both of them are from the Employment Wing.
Yes. This border employment wing.
Yes, the earlier one also Employment Wing, annexure G1, and page 47, Your Lordship.
Just wait. This captain also from the employment wing.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Okay.
Now, annexure T3, Your Lordship.
Page.
Page 47.
Yes.
Notification dated 18th November 2003. Consequent upon the retirement of Shri Kivi Sizole Suho, Director, Employment and Craftsman Training, Nagaland, Kohima, with effect from service with effect from 30/11/2003. The Governor of Nagaland is pleased to allow Shri N. Pangar Jamir, Senior Most Joint Director of the same establishment, to hold the current charge of the post of Director of Employment and Craftsman Training, Nagaland, Kohima, with effect from 1/2/2003 till further orders. He is also from the Employment Wing, Your Lordship. Now T4, Your Lordship. 18th October 2004. On the recommendation of the Departmental Promotion Committee, the Governor of Nagaland is pleased to promote Shri N. Pangar Jamir, the Senior Most Joint Director, to the post of Director, Employment and Craftsman Training in the scale, and all other allowances as are admissible in Nagaland from time to time with effect from 17 December 2003. Employment Wing on, Your Lordship. Then, page 49, this is order dated November 2004. All these promotions, officiating promotion, number 1, Shri Mutingyuba Sangdam Joint Director, Vice Shri N. Pangar Jamir Joint Director promoted to Director. 2, Shri Alam Longkomer, Deputy Director Class 1, Vice Shri Mutingyuba Sangdam promoted. 3, Shri Tipang Zeliang, Assistant Director Class 1, Vice Shri Alam Longkomer promoted. 4, Shri Yipon Sao Lota, Technical Assistant, Vice Shri Tipang Zeliang promoted.
What is EO? EO
is Employment Officer, Your Lordship. Employment Officer.
So all these are from the employment
From
wing.
the employment only, Your Lordship.
Yes.
Page 51, Your Lordship. Annexure T6. Order dated 3rd of August 2006. The Governor of Nagaland is pleased to accord temporary officiating promotion to the following officers. Now all this, Your Lordship. 1, Shri Yakuto Awomi, Assistant Director, Deputy Director. 2, Shri Weziho Chakisam, Assistant Director, Employment Officer. He was Employment Officer to Assistant Director. The officiating promotion is made against the deputation of Shri Intiwabang, Deputy Director, E and CD Training to Transport Departments. So Shri Intiwabang was promoted. He is from his Intiwabang, his engineer Intiwabang. He was promoted to Deputy Director in 2004 for the first time. But he went on deputation. So against the deputation vacancy that arose, again, one from the employment department was made to fill up the vacancy. Annexure D7, Your Lordship. Page 52, dated 19 November 2007. Consequent upon the recommendation of the Departmental Promotion Committee, the Governor of Nagaland is pleased to regularize officiating promotion of the following officers in the Department of Employment and Craftsman Training to the post of Deputy Director and Regional Employment Officer. Class 1. 1. Shri Mutingyuwa Sangdam with effect from 25/1999. 2. Shri Y. Wantanshan Lota with effect from 25/1999. 3. Shri Chingnya Konya with effect from 1/8/2000. All these are from the employment book, Your Worship.
Yes.
Now, annexure T8, page 53. The clear copy is, type copy is at page 54, Your Worship.
Yes.
This is dated 31st August 2010. The Governor of Nagaland is pleased to order officiating promotion to the following officers. Class 1 and 2 gazetted in the Directorate of Employment and Craftsman Training, Nagaland. Number 1, Shri Kukie Shiku, Assistant Director, is promoted to the post of Deputy Director. 2, Shri Wishizo Chakisao, presently Assistant Director against deputation, resultant vacancy, is hereby promoted on regular officiating promotion against the post vacated by Shri Kukie Shiku. 3, Srimati Rukubino Chasi, Technical Assistant, is promoted to the post of Employment Officer. And 4, except serial number 2, the effective date of promotion will be from the date of taking over charge. So, all these are from the employment wing only. All promotions. Page 55, T9, Your Lordship. The type copy is at page 56. Notification dated 31st March 2011, Your Lordship. Page 56. In the interest of public service, the Governor of Nagaland is pleased to order officiating promotion of the following Class 1 gazetted officers of the Employment and Craftsman Training Wing Department. 1. Shri Mutingyuwa Sangdam, Additional Director, is promoted to the post of Director. Number 2, Shri Y. Vandanshan Lota, Joint Director, is promoted to the post of Additional Director. Number 3, Shri Chingnya Konyak, Regional Employment Officer, Kohima, is promoted to the post of Joint Director. 4, Shri L. Lipimo Lota, District Employment Officer, is promoted to the post of Regional Employment Officer. 5, Srimati Songjum Kala, Employment Officer, is promoted to the post of District Employment Officer. So all this only from the employment wing.
Yes.
And the next notification, T10, Your Lordship, 3rd October 2012. The Governor of Nagaland is pleased to order the officiating promotion to the following officers under the establishment of Directorate of Employment and Craftsman Training. Number 1, Shri R. Oran Muli, District Employment Officer, Oka, is promoted to the post of Deputy Director. Number 2, Srimati Atauno Zeliang, Employment Officer, who is currently on deputation as Sub-Regional Employment Officer, is promoted to the post of District Employment Officer. 3, Shri T. Siopi Sangtam, Technical Assistant, is promoted to the post of Employment Officer against the resultant vacancy caused by Srimati Atauno Zeliang, Employment Officer. All of them again from the employment wing, Your Lordship. Then annexure T11, Your Lordship, page 58, memorandum. While this was going on, one post of Joint Director was upgraded to the post of Additional Director. Forwarding of the, which is memorandum, PNAR memorandum dated 14th April 2014. Forwarding of the minutes of the upgradation and creation of posts committee meeting held on 25th March 2014 for follow-up action by the department concerned. The undersigned is directed to forward herewith an extract copy of the minutes of the upgradation and creation of post committee held on 25th March 2014 relating to your department for your information and further necessary action. If Your Lordship may go down, number 1, below the last paragraph, Labor and Employment Department. Upgradation of one post of Deputy Director out of the existing 3 posts to that of Joint Director. So one post was upgraded to Joint Director out of the 3 existing posts. The committee examined the proposal of the department and recommended for upgradation of one post of deputy director out of the existing three posts to that of joint director. The post will not be personal to the incumbent and it will be for permanent basis. So it is made permanent.
Employment wing.
Employment only. Now, Your Lordship, the next page, that is page 59, the 18th December 2014. This is minutes of the cabinet meeting held on 17th December 2014. Agenda number 7, upgradation of one post of deputy director to that of joint director of employment. The cabinet approved the proposal of one labor and employment department for upgradation of one post of deputy director to that of joint director of employment.
This is which wing?
Employment wing. All are employment wing. To that of joint director of employment, Your Lordship. Now, page 60, Your Lordship. This is again the upgradation orders, notification.
Yes.
Page 60, Annexure T13. 16 January 2015. The Governor of Nagaland is pleased to upgrade one post of Deputy Director out of the existing three posts of Deputy Director to that of Joint Director in the pay band so-and-so with grade pay so-and-so per month and all other allowances as are admissible from time to time. Under the Directorate of Employment and Craftsman Training, Nagaland, Kohima, and promote Sri Alam Longamer, the senior most Deputy Director, to the newly upgraded post of Joint Director. The newly upgraded post of Joint Director who holds the post shall look after the Craftsman and Training Wing under the same Directorate. So he has been assigned to look after the Craftsman and Training Wing.
This is from the employment wing.
Yes, employment wing.
This officer is from the employment wing.
Yes. Now, the next page, Your Lordship, Annexure T14, dated 14 June 2016. This is a notification promoting officiating promotion. The Governor of Nagaland is pleased to order the officiating promotion to the following officers in the Directorate of Employment so-and-so. Number 1, Shri C. Lotam Cham, REO Kohima. That is a Regional Employment Officer, Kohima, to that of Joint Director. 2, Shri N. Liwang Konyap, DEO, District Employment Officer, Mon, promoted to the post of REO. Number 3, Shri R. Salisi Sangdam, DEO Zenibodo, promoted to the post of Deputy Director. All this from the employment wing on Your Lordship. Now, Your Lordship, I'd like to take Your Lordship to page 83. Page 83, Annexure F1.
Where is the promotion to the post of joint director from your wing?
Yes, I'm coming to that F1. Annexure, page 83.
83.
Yes, page 83.
Okay.
This is 24th September
Yes.
2019.
Page 83. What is okay?
Order dated 24th September 2019.
This is what order? Promotion or recommendation DPC?
This is in pursuance to the recommendation of the Departmental Promotion Committee. Communicated White Nagaland Public Commission letter number so-and-so, dated the 23rd September 2019. The Governor of Nagaland is pleased to regularize the officiating promotion of the following officers as mentioned below. Officiating promotion.
Yes.
Then all this, starting from the director downwards, Your Lordship will see DEO, EO, all this up to 19, they are employment wing. All this. Then next page, up to 21 is the employment wing. Now, training wing, they have given the training wing. Here, the petitioner number 1, who has now resigned, Engineer Gauhati, Deputy Director, with effect from 25/6/2018. Then,
This is engineer Wati is petitioner one.
yes, the one who was the first petitioner and.
Yes.
And number 23, that is engineer H. Alongsi Sautam, principal.
Is he also a petitioner?
Yes, he is the petitioner number 2. Now he is the one, petitioner number 1.
Yes.
Principal with effect from 2005.
Then 24
And then
engineer
all
Ichin,
these are petitioners, Your Lordship.
all petitioners.
Yes, all are petitioners.
Okay. So the engineer Watia was promoted to the post of the
Deputy Director, yes. With effect from 25/6/2018. That was the second instance. Since the earlier engineering MD in 2004, all vacancies were being filled up by the employment wing. Now, Your Lordship, page 85, Annexure S2. The type copy is at page 86, Your Lordship, a clear copy. So this is the order dated 18th October 2019, Your Lordship. In the interest of public service, the government of Nagaland is pleased to order officiating promotion in the Directorate of Employment, Skills Development and Entrepreneurship as per detail listed below. Engineer K. Wati. He was granted the officiating promotion from 18th October 2019. Now, next page, page 87, Your Lordship. This is minutes of TBC held on 15/9/2021. With reference to your letter number EMB dated 10/9/2021 on the subject cited above, I am directed to forward herewith the minutes of the TBC meeting held along with the ABARs of the officer. So, Your Lordship, the next page is the meeting minutes. Here, under the table, in the table, 1 and 2. 1 is the Engineer K. Wati, Joint Director, recommended for service regularization as Joint Director with effect from 18/10/2019, Your Lordship. Number 2, Sri Savio Visa, Joint Director.
This is from the employment.
Yes, the private respondent, the senior most among the private respondents. Recommended for service regularization as Joint Director with effect from 27/7/2021. So by this, the Engineer K. Wati was senior to the senior most private respondents. Now, page 90, Your Lordship, F4. This is 16th September 2021. So, order dated 16th September 2021. This is in pursuance of the TBC recommendation. The Lordships will see 1 Engineer K. Wati, Joint Director, with effect from 18/10/2019. From the employment wing, Sri Savio Visa, Joint Director with effect from 27/7/2021. And then number 2, Sri Zupimo Lota Changlao, Regional Employment Officer, with effect from 7/7/2021.
In this ministerial wing,
Yes.
whether actually you also have ministerial wing from the ministerial
Yes.
stuff from the
Both wings have
employment?
ministerial staffs. Both wings have ministerial staff. I have given the entire breakup in my affidavit in reply, Your Lordship. So because of this, complete stagnation has been there in one wing, whereas the other wing, continuous promotions. Now, annexure F5, this is the seniority list of employment wing.
Just wait.
I take excuse of your lordship to go out once and come back.
This is from both the wings.
This is, the first one is F1, F2 is what?
F5.
Employment wing, F5 is employment wing, and then the next page, skill development and entrepreneurship training wing is in the next page, Your Lordship. So now the Lordship will see here.
Just wait. So this is different list.
Yes. They are given separate lists here, Your Lordship. So one is the director, that is, he has retired already, Your Lordship. Now, promotional post yet to be filled up is additional director. This is in 2021. So additional director's post is yet to be filled up till date. And because of the interim order also, Your Lordship. Then Sri Savio Visa, joint director. Then 4, deputy director, one post of deputy director is yet to be filled up. It has been filled up during the pendency of this case by the senior most, that is serial number 9, Srimati T. Zutonglo Vizong. She is, in terms of appointment also, she is much junior to all the petitioners, Your Lordship. But because of these service rules, and her promotion, her appointment, promotion has been challenged in another writ petition which is pending before the single bench. Now, so these are the positions, Your Lordship. And then in the case of skill development and entrepreneurship training wing, Engineer Gauhati, joint director, his date of appointment to the present post was 2019. Then Engineer H. Alonso Sangdam, deputy director, his date of promotion is 3/6/2020. 3/6/2020. Now, by virtue of his promotion on 3/6/2020, he is the senior most among the present deputy directors in the department, both wings.
Date of joining service, The serial number 3
Yes.
is 1993. And
Yes.
from the training wing serial number 2, his date of joining service is 1999.
They come from below. Your Lordship has seen from that they are coming from even the lower, there are two entry points. Those in the lower entry points are also coming up in the gates of the Labor Department, Your Lordship. This is the position. No, employment. In the employment wing, from the lower downwards, they are getting the promotions. So this person whose date of joining is 1993, he was appointed not in the rank, in the class 2 gazetted rank, but the first entry point, in the first entry point. If your Lordship may allow me, we may pass through the,
Yes, we continue at 2.
Your Lordship.
Yes, we were on
Your
page
Lordship,
92.
Yes, what your Lordship was raising here, Sri Savio Visa is the joint director. He is now, since the petitioner number 1 is out, he is now the senior most and in line for the next promotion, your Lordship. There is no question about it. But among the deputy directors,
Deputy Director.
yes, deputy directors, if your Lordship, look, promotional, the deputy director,
This was of the year 2021.
yes,
Correct. 31/7/2021.
yes, yes,
Correct.
yes.
But just for our clarification,
Yes, your Lordship.
from the post of principal in the skill in this training wing,
Yes,
what is the next promotional post from the post of principal?
deputy director.
Deputy Director.
Deputy director, yes. Deputy director,
Okay. So what is your submission on this?
on this, yes, separate, they are showing separate seniority list for the two wings, your Lordship. Right? Here, as per this. Now, since the petitioner number 1 has come out of the petition, the senior most should be the one who is in the employment wing, who is presently holding the joint director.
Along say.
Yes, no, Sri Savio Visa from the employment wing is the joint director.
He is with Savio Visa.
Yes.
So you have no issue.
Yeah, I have
So
no issue even if he is promoted, but the only problem is if he is promoted, cascading effect will come about, and then all those who are juniors will, again, the one who is junior to the present petitioner number 2, in the rank of deputy commissioner will be promoted to joint director, whereas the petitioner number 2 will remain stagnated at deputy director. That is a problem due to the service rules. Now, unless equal opportunity is given,
so
there is no scope for us.
from the employment wing,
Yes,
after Savio Visa,
yes.
the next in line is
Zupimo Lota,
Zubemo.
Zupimo Lota Changlao, and the one next in line will be Srimati D. Zutonglo Izong.
No, just
Yes, she has been recently promoted.
Zutonglo, no?
Yes, this Zutonglo, she has been recently promoted during the pendency of the petition. She has been promoted to deputy director. And if your Lordship will see this, Srimati T. Zutonglo Izong is, in terms of appointment, junior to all the petitioners, except the last petitioner, your Lordship.
So you have no issue with Zubem also?
No, I am the senior most in the rank of joint director, deputy director, your Lordship.
Zubemo is also deputy director.
Yes. And present petitioner number 1 is also deputy director. He was date of appointment to the present post is on 3/6/2020.
And Zubemo date of appointment to the present post is 6/7.
6/7/2021, Your Lordship.
He is resigned.
He has resigned. No?
As per the rules, there is no post of gender.
In the service room, there is a post of gender for the training wing. In the service room, there is a post of joint director for the training wing. No?
No post. As per Schedule 1B.
But as per schedule,
Rule 3.
the other
In the schedule, in Schedule 2B,
2B.
it is shown that there is, but then the number of vacancies available is in Schedule 1A and 1B only.
So
that is the
joint director is not shown.
no
And
no
schedule
director.
and schedule
Only.
2.
Yes. This is the difficulty, Your Lordship. The number of posts available in each category is clearly laid down only under Schedule 1A and 1B.
But practically, you have the post as per the seniority list. In actual, you have the post joint director.
I should, but
No, it's as per this page 93.
yeah, yes, they have given me the promotion to the post of joint director, dehorser rule here. Dehorser rule.
No. Let us see your 2B. Let us just see that schedule 2. Let us see that schedule 2.
Yes, Your Lordship. All this and all the promotions have been going dehorser rules.
So let us see schedule 2. That schedule 2, 1998, na?
Yes,
1998. Let us see that schedule 2. Schedule 2.
Page 79, Schedule 2B.
Schedule 2B, 79.
Yes,
Joint director is mentioned,
yes, mentioned.
but in schedule 1B it is not mentioned.
No, because there is no post available according to the Schedule 1B.
Civil 1B, huh?
Schedule.
The position, Your Lordship, was that there are 2 posts of joint director presently because of subsequent post creations. Now,
Just one clarification.
Yes,
But as per schedule 2B,
yes,
engineer Wati was given promotion.
yes, Your Lordship. In the absence of any posts created for the, in the absence of any posts created for the wing.
Okay.
Yes, so obviously if the present rule is allowed to stand, the two posts of joint director, once the present joint director goes up to the additional director, the two posts of joint director will be filled up by the two deputy directors of the employment wing. That is the position, Your Lordship. Now, Your Lordship will see here the letter also of the Honorable CM, which is at page 105. Here also he has clearly mentioned that the craftsman training wing has only posts up to deputy director.
Page?
Page 105.
Okay, before this,
Yes.
any other seniority list before this? Before
No,
you come?
only this one so far, Your Lordship.
Only this seniority
Only
list?
this one so far.
Okay.
Now I'll take Your Lordship to the,
What is 94? Mr. Tong Pok, what is 94? Minutes of the cabinet meeting?
oh, this is for upgradation of one post of joint director to that of additional director. So Your Lordship will see here agenda number 3. This is the minutes of the cabinet meeting held on 10/3/2005. So by this, one post of joint director was upgraded to additional director, and as I have laid down in the annexure T series, promotions were made to this post. It is not incorporated in the rules, Your Lordship. It is not incorporated in the rules, but then this was created, and so,
No, additional director is also there in the rules, no?
no. 1998 rules, it is not there. This is 2005 only, they created this post. So this,
By this cabinet.
by this cabinet, yes. So, based on this post creation, all promotions to additional director has been filled up by the employment wing and up to director. That was
But if we say that maybe there is no legal infirmity with the cabinet meeting held on
no,
10.
there is no infirmity, but my submission is that this should also be incorporated in the service rules. My humble submission is that the service rules should be framed in such a way that both the wings should be given equal opportunity for promotion. Right now, the service rules is not giving us that opportunity. The discrimination is clearly there. We are not asking for preferential treatment, Your Lordship. We are asking for equal treatment with the other wing. And in order,
That's right.
yes, in order for that, yes, in order for that to happen, the rules, the service rules should be
See, the issue is that the government has clearly maintained a distinction between the employment wing and
yes, Your Lordship.
the other wing,
Yes,
correct?
yes.
And the government says that actually these two wings are completely separate.
That is what they are saying.
Is that not?
Yes.
That is what they are saying.
Yes, yes.
And if that is the position, unless you can satisfy this court, you can satisfy us.
Your Lordship, only the service rules. The service rules.
These two wings.
I cannot go beyond the service rules, Your Lordship.
Ah.
Yes. So the service rules clearly lays down in Rule 3. Rule 3 that the two.
So your primary grievance is that you should also be given the
Yes.
promotional avenues.
In terms of Rule 3. Rule 3 is very clear, Your Lordship will see it. Rule 3 clearly lays down the equivalent posts of the two wings. One cannot say that the joint director of the employment wing is superior to the joint director of the training wing. Both are equal, equally situated. Why should then there be discrimination between the two for promotion to the post of director? Micro distinctions cannot be made. The Supreme Court has clearly laid down that micro distinctions cannot be made. Of course, if you are making a distinction on the basis of educational qualification, when groups from two different disparate groups are brought together and into one group, then in that case, educational qualification, higher educational qualification may be a criteria.
They were
Beyond that-
amalgamated.
Yes.
They were amalgamated.
They were amalgamated.
But the government continued to maintain the distinct.
By way of the service rules. Yes, by way of the service rules only. Because the service rules is the guiding law. So by way of the service rules, there is nothing mentioned that separate seniority list should be maintained for the two. No such thing is there in the service rules, but the service rules, when it laid out the provisions for the two groups, they made it very clear in Rule 3 that they are equivalent. Equivalency is there under Rule 3. It is only under when it comes to the schedules that this discrimination has been made. So no discrimination should be made under the schedule when the Rule 3 is very clear that both the wings are same.
It's in service.
You're asking this for this. This keeps the same
Status.
Can you satisfy us that when Rule 3 provides the equal avenues for promotion,
Yes.
that cannot be deviated by the schedules? Can you give us some law on this?
No, Your Lordship, I cannot, because now the schedule has to be tested on the question of constitutional validity only. Whether this unequal treatment is as per the fundamental rights, equals to be treated equally or not. I can only show that we are equals, but we are being treated unequally so my contention is that my fundamental rights are being violated. So the schedules have been challenged. I have to challenge the schedules under the constitutional question of constitutional validity only, Your Lordship.
If we
Once a rule is made,
Mr.
this honorable court, yes,
If we are to say
yes.
that promotion is not a fundamental right,
No, it is a fundamental right. When it comes to equals being treated unequally, Your Lordship, it is an instance of the service. It is a part of the service. When avenues are there, yes, when there are no avenues, then
In
there
that
is
case,
no right. But
we-
when avenues are there, Your Lordship,
we will first have to test the action of the government.
Your Lordship.
As to why
we will-
actually
we
there was-
will- Yes, now, Your Lordship has asked for, directed that an additional affidavit be filed.
Let us complete with your petition.
Yes, yes.
Let us complete. We'll come, we'll give you time.
Yes, Your Lordship. Now, based on this, appointments, promotions were given to those from the employment wing only, Your Lordship. Now, paragraph 97, Your Lordship. No, page 97, I'm sorry.
Okay, continue.
Page 97, Your Lordship. Annexure H, this is a representation for amendment.
Your representation.
Here, my representation, even though I may not read also, it is for incorporating the provisions for promotion to the additional director and all, and the amendments to the first.
Page, Mr. Tongpok.
Page 97.
Page 97. Please read, let us.
Yes, Your Worship. We have the honor to refer to the subject cited above and to submit here a proposal for partial amendment of Nagaland Employment and Craftsman Training Service Rules of 1998 for your consideration as enclosed. In this regard, it may be stated that the present service rule has come into effect in 1998 and even after a period of more than 22 years has not been amended. It may be mentioned here that a promotion to the post of director is in contradiction between the Constitution of Service 3 and Schedule A and B, Rule 5. Further, it may also be mentioned here that on one post of joint director was upgraded to the post of additional director, but notification so and so, dated so and so, cabinet memo, dated so and so, which has not been incorporated in the service rule. Considering the above, it is requested for partial amendment of the existing service rule by incorporating the changes as proposed above. This is for your information and further necessary action. Then Annexure A, Your Lordship, enclosures, Annexure A is at page 100.
Yes.
The Nagaland, if I may read, proposed partial amendment of Nagaland Employment and Craftsman Training Service and Nagaland Subordinate Employment and Craftsman Training Service Rules 1998. The Nagaland Employment Service Rules 1984 was further amended and the new amendment rules were called the so and so. Under the 1998 rules, the Department of Employment and Craftsman Training has two wings, namely the Employment Wing and the Craftsman Training Wing. Officers from both the wings have similar qualifications, entry level and pay scale. Both the wings work under the same head of department director and the same administrative head of the department under the government of Nagaland. Both the wings are cadred in the service rules of the Department of Employment of Craftsmen Training. In Article 3 of the Nagaland Employment and Craftsmen Training Service and Nagaland Subordinate Employment and Craftsmen Training Service Rules 1998, it states, Constitution of Service, the service shall consist of the following wings, headed by the director, and under the wing of the following categories of the post shall be constituted. Under these, both wings are mentioned up to the rank of joint director in order to promote to the level that is the director post. Now in Schedule 2A, under the employment wing, that under the column 2 name of the post and column 6, it is mentioned that the officers under the employment wing can be promoted up to the post of director. However, in the Schedule B, under the craftsman training wing, officers of the craftsman training wing is mentioned up to joint director only. There are discrepancies in the service rules with regard to the provisions for promotion of officers to the post of director. As mentioned may be made that both the wings are encountered in the same department, hence, depriving the post of director for the craftsman training wing is an infringement of the rights of the officers of that wing, which may invite